What up, what up? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, A Gemini Gem. Today is June 30th, 2026, and I'll be doing a reading for Pisces. I'll be doing, it is Cancer season, but I will be doing a reading for Pisces. Angels, ancestors, guides, God the Most High, show me clearly messages for Pisces, June 30th, 2026. Maybe you guys are dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer in your chart. Show me clearly. Pisces, June 30th, 2026. All right, so you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, Two of Rods, and the Chariot. Okay, so Earth, Aries, fire, and there's Cancer. I guess I spoke it into existence, huh? Right? So the Chariot, it could talk about like authority, like a police officer, the cops or whatever, but the Chariot is about like power and taking control, being in control of your destination, of where you're going. You're leaving something behind and you're moving towards victory. Okay, so this is about movement. This is like willpower, it's victory, determination, assertion, okay? So you definitely, I want to say, kind of gun-ho on like where you're going, right? Because here you are, you have the Fool. So you took a leap of faith, okay? You packed up all your belongings and you are going for it. So it's definitely something about travel, okay? So you have travel here, you have travel here. It's movement, it's moving, it's motion, you know, it's travel, it's leaving something behind. In both cases, you're leaving something behind. Two of Pentacles, it's like you have the world in your hand, planning, plotting, strategizing, how to take over the world, how to dominate, right? So you really have some sort of goal or vision in mind. And you know, in order to do it, or in order to be successful, you have to do all of these things, right? You have to plan, you have to, create some sort of maybe spreadsheet or mood board, or, 5-year plan, that sort of thing, right? You're really, really focused on the bigger goal, the bigger picture. The Seven of Pentacles is like you working very, very hard. This is someone who's planting seeds, tilling the land, taking care of the soil, cutting back the weeds. You're doing all of this work for the hope of, in the hope of these, the seeds that you planted, the corn that you planted, that it sprouts up and it grows strong. And the harvest is a really, really good harvest, okay? So you've been working really, really hard. Seven of Pentacles can also talk about like what you reap is what you sow, right? So again, whatever energy you're putting into this goal, this dream that you have, you're going to reap the rewards, right? All the hard work that you put in, you're going to reap those rewards, okay? I feel like this goal of yours or this dream of yours, people may have tried to talk you out of it because the Fool is like kind of like a naive energy, right? And taking a leap of faith is like you're stepping out on faith. You're stepping out on faith. Faith, Faith. You're stepping out on sort of luck, right? You don't, even though you planned and you plotted everything out, you don't know once you jump off this cliff where you're gonna land, right? Let's get a few more cards. Ace of Cups, King of Swords, Justice, the Hierophant. All right, so water, air, Libra energy, Taurus energy here. Let me just move some of these up. So, the Ace of Cups, aces talk about new beginnings, new opportunities, and we spoke about that, how you are planning and strategizing, you're taking a leap of faith. The Ace of Cups is like, there's a lot of emotion in this though, right? Like an overflow of emotion. You see how the cup is flowing out into the ocean or the river, okay? It could sometimes refer to kind of like crying, just a lot of emotion, like love attached to this. There's something going on in the legal system though, okay? Because you have the King of Swords, you have the Justice card, and then you have the Hierophant. All three of these cards talk about some sort of legality, okay? Because the King of Swords he could be a judge, but he could be a police officer, he could be an attorney. The Justice is whatever was made wrong will be made right. The scales will be balanced. You literally see that in the card. The sword is upright. It talks about truth. The King of Swords is all about truth as well. He's very intelligent, very well spoken. He's very analytical. He's going to analyze everything from top to bottom. He will not miss a thing. The Hierophant, this is supposed to be the Pope, right? But the Hierophant is like, if we're talking about a legal situation, this is the highest judge in the land, okay? Now that is God, but if we're talking about legal, then it could be like a federal judge. So something is going on as far as some sort of court case, some sort of something in the legal system. It could be federal. The Hierophant is doing this symbol with his fingers, which represents a blessing. Both of these cards talk about truth. The King of Swords and the Justice. Justice is about karma, scales being balanced. Clarify the Justice card. Six of Pentacles, another card with a scale. So the scales definitely will be balanced. The Six of Pentacles is kind of like the Seven of Pentacles as far as you reap what you sow. This is someone who's able to give back to those who are less fortunate. So all that good karma comes back, right? So both these cards talk about karma. So this court case that's happening, or the ruling that the judge made, the karma is going to be played out in the court of law. Clarify the Hierophant. The Hierophant is also about tradition and, you know, spiritual guidance, conformity, like, you know, tradition as far as like it could be marriage, it could be going back to school, it could be, you know, religious organizations, just those rules and traditions that have been in place for a very long time. The Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. The wheel is turning, right? You see the snake, right? And you see this half man, half kind of, I don't know, wolf or dog. Okay, they're getting crushed by the wheel. At the top of the wheel, this person is riding it, riding the wave. Good luck, good karma, good things coming to this person. But the snake and the half animal, half man, they're getting crushed. So the outcome of this court case, right? If that's not you at the top of the wheel, you're going to be getting crushed. And if that is you at the top of the wheel, you will be victorious, okay? This is Sagittarius energy, Jupiter, right? Expansion, luck, change, cycles, fate, destiny. Clarify the King of Swords. Knight of Swords. This is happening very, very quickly. This judge, this lawyer, this police officer, their ruling or their findings, it's happening very, very quickly, like no hesitation. The Knight of Swords doesn't ask any questions. They're just given their mission and they're out. They're gone. Again, something with travel is going on here. Clarify these seven, the Chariot. Because remember, the Chariot can be authority as well. Police officer, cops. Clarify the Chariot. The Tower. So somebody's foundation is getting blown up. This is Aries energy. This is karmic. This is unexpected. Okay. This is sudden change. Okay. An upheaval, chaos. So I think, I think this is the police. This is the police, right? I think once the police come, like your whole foundation is just going to crumble. Or hopefully it's, this other person that you're having issues with in the court of law. Pisces. Clarify the Fool card. The Fool card can talk about doing something foolish as well, right? But the Fool card is like new beginnings and innocence and spontaneity. Clarify the Fool, and this will be the last card. Strength. Okay, this is Leo energy. Courage, bravery, compassion, inner strength. So I don't know, it seems like somebody did something that was a bit foolish. If it's not that energy, then the leap of faith that you're about to take, you're going to need a lot of courage, a lot of bravery to have a nice soft landing once you jump off that cliff. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, a mother, a wife, okay, a breadwinner, but also someone who is very domesticated, okay, Earth energy. At the bottom of this deck, this is your energy, okay, the Hangman, Pisces energy, stuck, hanging from a place that you can't really get out of. Meditate, focus, look at things from a different angle. All right, Pisces, you guys let me know if this resonates. Until the next time, peace.